Today I want to talk about a program called Gradient. It's a program that you use to make your own self-study tapes like Pimsleur. It uses a variant of the graded interval recall method, which is a sort of a SRS memory type method that Pimsleur used in 1967. So it's audio flashcards, that are designed to help you remember vocabulary. So Gradient doesn't do everything that Pimsleur does, but it does give you some screen prompts. It allows you to create your own sort of coursework from the audio that you have, or from AI digitized recording from text. So text-to-speech type things. So you can see on screen there's been a couple dialog boxes that you use with the Windows or Mac versions. You can see it uses this sort of spaced repetition to allow you to continue to learn words as you do it. Now it's only audio, it doesn't do any video or anything like that, but it is available for you to listen to. So it'll generate MP3 files that you can just load onto a phone or into a CD and let you play them in your car or while you're doing the dishes or whatever. So it's quite similar to Pimsleur. So I'll put the link in the description, but this is the website where you download it. So there's a Windows version, there's a Macintosh version, and a Linux version. So today I'm going to show you a more advanced Linux version of what you got to do. So you just need to download the source code for Linux, and you just need the various items it uses installed. So it uses Python, it uses Lame, which is a MP3 encoder, and a couple other things, but it'll tell you if it's not there when you try and run it for the first time. But to set up Gradient, all you need to do is you download the file, you untar it so that it creates your Gradient directory. Now in here, I'm going to show you how I did Setswana. I used the Peace Corps sound files that I managed to get, and by default it's set up to do English and Chinese, but here I'm going to change this to TN, which is the code for Setswana, and I'm going to use it to create a set of lessons for Setswana. Now I have already done some of the preliminary work. I have created English prompts for the Setswana sounds and audio that I got from the Peace Corps. And so if you look here in the samples, we'll go first to the prompts. So it takes the text and it will use this to generate text to sound files. But if it finds MP3 files in here with the same names, it will use those instead. So this is an opportunity for you to record your own prompts. So please say, or repeat after me, or please say again. These are the things that are in these text files. Now here I'm just going to tidy this up a bit so you can see that this is what it would be prompting for on the English to another language. Now what I'm going to do here is I've already prepared prompts in English for to replace these text files with MP3s, and I've forgotten to copy the whole root directory, but here you go. You can see they're MP3 files along with the text. Now it will prefer the MP3s, so if there is an MP3 it will use that first. If it can't find an MP3, it will use the text file to generate the prompts using speech to text to speech. Now I'll leave some at the end to show you examples of what this sounds like. But here I'm just going to copy over the audio files. So the audio files, oh yeah, this is where I forgot to copy the whole directory. But if I go into the audio files here, you can see that for every MP3, there's an English and a Setswana version. So the Setswana versions are the ones that came from the Peace Corps, and I've just recorded the equivalent English for all of these. And the problem that you have when you get these sort of files is that they are not, unlike Pimsleur, they are not graduated. They don't start out easy and move to the hardest. So what I did was I put numbers in front of all of these files so that it would sort and it would take the easier ones first, if you see what I mean. So you need to remember that if you're going to do it in a graduated order. Now, I've installed Lame here, and I've created the output file. Now here, this command is a bash command in Linux to do a loop, and this will just generate lessons here, in this example, 1 through 5. So it will generate 5 30-minute lessons, right, that I can listen to. And it will remember how many you've done. So if I do this again and I do lessons 6 through 100, it will generate them properly. It knows what it did before. So the program keeps a record of what you've listened to, the lessons you've generated, and where you're at, basically. It sort of bookmarks it. So you can create more lessons as you need them, or you can just create, 1,000 of them in one go. Now, I've also done this same exercise with Mandarin, where I used Spoon-Fed Chinese, which is a free downloadable thing off Anki Deck, where I had the Chinese sounds. In that, there were so many that I didn't bother to do English prompts for them. So in that case, and I'll let you listen to some at the end, it uses the English prompts are text-to-speech, computer-generated sound.
Now, please say.
What do you want to do now?
Now, please say.
What do you want to do now?
O batla go dira eng jaanong?
Now, please say.
Why does she need a lot of money?
Ke eng a tlhoka madi a mantsi?
She needs to buy food and clothes.
Listen and repeat.
O tlhoka go reka dijo le diaparo. O tlhoka go reka dijo le diaparo.
You like coffee?
现在请说
Your friend is very interesting.
你的朋友很有意思。你的朋友很有意思。
She would prefer to study Chinese at a university.
怎么说？
他更想在大学学习汉语。他更想在大学学习汉语。
现在请说
How much does this piece of clothing cost?